ELA standard course of study, self-study Canvas course helped me to gain insight about the current English language arts standards, along with framework and organizational structure that are aligned with the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction that gave helpful information for best educational implementation and instructional strategies. As far as the framework and organization of the ELA standard course of study, I learned that the basic framework and guidelines for the ELA standards were developed by a data review committee, teachers and others that had response-related conversations and wrote out changes for the current standards. The main framework of the standards includes each of the 4 strands of the reading, writing, speaking, and listening in language. In each strand, the cluster is the main focus of the content in the strand that might include key terms like key ideas and evidence for strands like reading. In each cluster, there are anchor standards that have to be mastered before college. Grade level standards are connected to the anchor standards that have to be mastered by the end of the grade. The organization of each of the 4 strands includes the basic framework that I just mentioned, along with specific subcategories or clusters of each strand. The reading strand includes reading literature, reading informational, and reading foundational clusters. The writing strand includes text types, purposes, and publishing and research clusters. The speaking and listening strand is made up of collaboration and communication in the presentation of knowledge and ideas. Lastly, the language strand includes conventions of standard English, knowledge of language, and vocabulary. The LA standard course of study resources will definitely be used in my classroom in multiple ways that are significant to what's being learned, valuable to lesson planning, and helpful for instructional methods and activities. When I am planning out lessons for my class, I will make sure that I look at the understanding the ELA SCOS as well as unpacking standards document for my grade level to guide me in understanding each standard and give me ideas on how to plan out activities that align with each. For example, on the clarification part in unpacking standards, there are specific suggestions from activities that could be done in the classroom. Another resource I could use is the interactive roadmap I could use to measure complexity when picking out different texts. It includes text structure, other features, and various qualitative and quantitative measures. The 40 ways to read like a detective in the ELA, the basics part of the module, helped me to see reading strategies and different instructional activities that can be done with each specific strategy. One of the instructional activities I liked was the close reading strategy, where children looked for repeated words that authors show and question why the author chose to repeat this. Lastly, another resource I was thinking of was the Independent Sustained Reading Guide K-5 that showed different ways to teach reading with a purpose or strategy. Altogether, this course really helped me to be more aware of the revised 2018 ELA standards of North Carolina, structure and organization of each standard strand, and multiple instructional strategies for using in the classroom with students.